You ready to teach us some shit?
Ready to teach us some shit. We're rolling?
We're rolling.
Cool. How's it going?
Sweet.
What we're going to look at today is a scale that the man behind the camera showed me, Chad. So, Chad learned this scale off a friend of his. What's your mate's name?
Joe.
Joe, who studied where?
He spent some time in India.
India. So this has kind of come out of there. Now it's
Shout out to Joe.
shout out to Joe from not from India,
No,
from
Perth.
Perth.
Yeah.
So the scale is kind of like, it's just a few select scales from like, it's kind of like a pentatonic minor but with a major third. I'm going to explain it that. Well, I'll relate it to a major scale. So I've got a little backing track here I've done on acoustic guitar. It's basically gone from E major to a D major and then E major to an A7. So we're in the key of E major here. Okay?
Show us those chords real quick,
Okay,
just in
so
case you want to play.
Yep, so we've got an E major chord. And then we're going to go from E major to the D major, back to E. And then we're going to go to A7. And then I'm just looping that over. It's on an acoustic guitar on this looper here.
Yeah, right.
So, everything that we're looking at here, you can click on the link in the description and that'll take you to our wailguitar.com where we have all of our courses. We've got a special on a bundle on all 3 courses at the moment. So that covers all of the chords and we look at the 80-20 course, which gives you absolutely everything you need to know, and also the Wailing with Pentatonics course, which is a really cool one for this kind of, probably the most relevant one to what we're doing today. So let me start by showing you an E major scale and I'll show you the notes that we're taking from this. So we're on the 12th fret, we're going to be up in this position. I'm only going to show you the first shape. So a major scale, a 1 octave would look like this. Okay, this is our 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and then our 8th note again, okay? The notes we're going to be playing, use your 2nd finger on the 12th fret, this is our E. Let me play the scale first. I'll play you 1 octave, it goes. It's kind of like a pentatonic, it's only 5 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back to our root note for another section. That's the scale. Let me play it again. So it's the 1st note of the scale, the 3rd note of the major scale, the 4th, the 5th. Move your 1st finger forward for the flat 7. And then our 1 again. So normally the major 7 we played here with our 3rd. 1st, that would be the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, no 6, we're going to a flat 7, and our 1. If we do the next octave, it'll look and sound like this. And you can add the next 2 notes again, which would be, so that the 2 octave shape looks like this. Nice addition to anything in particular that you're playing that's kind of in a major scale. And like the pentatonics, you can mix this into the loop that we've got going on here.
Wait, before you play that,
yeah,
can I just quickly pause it while I move that snare?
Please.
Alright, 2 secs. And we're back.
We're back, cool. So the thing about this scale that I think really pokes out is the fact that it misses the 2nd note of the scale, of the major scale. So instead of like going like the do, re, mi, fa, it's going that interval from the 1st note to the major 3rd. That interval is a cool sounding one. It gives it that kind of, and the fact that we have the flat 7 in there as well gives it that kind of Indian flavour sort of thing.
Sounds kind of like 70s psychedelic.
Psychedelic, yeah, it does. And if you mix that up right, if you had like I'll play this backing track. Add in some of the other pentatonic stuff. So minor pentatonic, this is going to work because we're in a major key. Major pentatonic. That's that new scale. that's just mixing them all together. So it's a really fun scale, and it's one that I'm actually incorporating into some of the original stuff that I do with my bands. More of a kind of a heavier sort of sound, but those bands, by the way, are called Desert Dogs and Castle Bravo, so go check them out too. So yeah, let's have a look at that scale. Once again, just work, if you can work it out in this scale shape, use that Wailing with Pentatonics course to learn the other 5 shapes of pentatonics, and you can apply this scale to that. You can then use that scale over the neck and learn how to play that. So I'll keep this backing track playing and just mess around with it a bit more and just show you some major pentatonic.
If they're like really beginner, would you say just play that first octave on that one you just showed? Yeah,
no, go for both. Go for both. Like, I think you're not doing too much there. It's the first. Start with your second finger though. That's the main thing. Start with your second, because your first finger on the 12th fret, because your second finger's going here. So sorry, second finger, first, second, fourth. You can move your first finger forward to the 12th fret here. You're going to go 1, 3. Next string can go second finger on the 13th fret. Third finger right next to it on 14. First finger on 12. Pinky. First finger on 12. Stretch that third finger up to fret number 16. And then little finger on 17. And that's our scale. Minor pentatonic, major, that's major, there's so many different notes here, like that's from major and minor. It's kind of cool. There's a major note, a minor note, the Indian scale note, so you can kind of use any of these notes. Fun. Keep wailing, and we'll catch you in the next vid. Enjoy that scale.